up, you guys? Today you are tuning in with Hidden Talents. This is our third episode of our Hidden Talent search around JSU. Catch us on air from 5 to 7 every Monday evening to get the latest talents from your own peers on JSU's campus. Tell your friends, professors, and your advisors. This is hosted by yours truly,
Troydale Odom,
and Tier Thatch. The purpose of this podcast is to bring light to some of the hidden talents across our campus, such as poetry, narrative writing, and painting.
Throughout this semester, we will be bringing and showcasing many students who have hidden talents and give them a chance and a platform to do what they do best. This podcast is sponsored by the greatest fraternity in the land, the Zaza chapter of Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. On this episode, we have
Jacoby Perry. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Jacoby Perry.
Jacoby.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just, give us a brief description, why you came here. Well, not exactly why you came here, what's your major, and, why did you come here?
To Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Yeah, to Jacksonville.
Well, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, so I know a lot of my family.
The 205? Ugh.
Hold on.
Okay, let's be a little more specific. What part of Birmingham?
The 205?
Like, let us know.
The 205 is 251.
Hold on, let me sit this computer down.
All right.
I'm from the west side of the 205.
Okay, shout out to the west side.
So I'm from like the Midfield and West End area. I live right across the street from Lawson State, close to Winona High School. So that's where I've been my entire life, and that's where I grew up. But the reason why I came to Jacksonville, I know a lot of my parents, a lot of my family in general. I had cousins, aunts, uncles, you name it. They've all come to JSU, so I know this is where I'm supposed to be, just because when I visited, this is the place that I call home.
Awesome.
Okay. So, we like to play a little game called Thinking Outside the Box on this show.
Okay.
Whew.
So I was looking on the internet one day, and this post came across me, and it kind of hit me, because I went to think, I was like, that is a good question to ask. And it was one chair. Mm-hmm. You have 4 people, right?
Okay.
You have an old man, probably about in his 60s, range from 60 to 80s. That's a big range now. Mm-hmm. So, you gotta bank on this one. You gotta bank on this one.
Okay.
And you have a pregnant woman. Mm. She's about, to me in the picture, she looked at probably like 6-7 months pregnant.
Okay. Let's just say she in her 3rd trimester.
Oh, the 3rd?
Why I gotta be 3rd like that? Why
you gotta say a man like 60 to 80?
You feel me?
Get a girl some leverage. Come on now.
Okay.
You have a crippled man, crippled young man. He's got probably a broken leg, and he's on crutches. Mm-hmm. So he's probably going through a little pain. And then you have a woman that has a kid, an infant child. So who do you think should get that chair?
Tough, ain't it?
That's tough. Cause y'all added some qualifications that I don't know. Let's see. I would possibly give it to the woman in her 3rd trimester. I'm sorry. She got me with that one.
Why you say that one though? Why you say that one?
Because
good answer. Good answer. I like the answer. Good answer.
I ain't about that. I know for a woman to like carry a child, I don't know what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
I know that when you get older, you may experience some pain. You may need a seat, but a woman, you can't really just say you're not going to offer a pregnant woman a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I'm just not going to do. I mean, I know other people have other things that they may be going through. Crippled man, a child, woman with a child. That's okay.
But why not the one with the child? Maybe she had to breastfeed, Maybe she might be going through some pain after her.
She can go to the bathroom.
Is she currently breastfeeding?
Huh?
Is she currently like?
No, she wasn't. But maybe what if she was at the doctor's office and she had to or something like that? Like
I said, scenarios.
I know it's a lot of scenarios that can go into play here, but it's a lot of scenarios that really can go into play.
That's true.
That people don't realize. Like that's why I said the woman that's pregnant too.
Okay.
But there's so many scenarios that can come into play here that it's like, who do I really can give it to? Mm-hmm. Because you don't know what happened or what could be aching that man and with the crip.
No, I wouldn't give him the chair.
He would have been the last one. He probably would have most
No,
definitely
because
been
if he
the
was
last one.
any type of gentleman throughout his 60 to 80 years living, he would be like, respect to the lady.
But at the same
with the
time,
child.
he's old. He's got a lot of pain.
And he
that
got a
old
lot
man.
of wisdom too.
Exactly.
So I would
So
want
you'd
him to
rather
know
have him
better.
stand up for 2 hours?
He can stand
I
up
would
for
say-
two. He got a cane, don't he? He
It's
crippled.
actually it's his choice. Would he want to offer that woman that seat though?
I rightfully think
He should want to
get.
though.
He should want to.
Yeah, he most definitely should want to. But I really think since he's the elder, he should get first choice. Which his first choice probably would be, give it to a woman because she's giving birth to a new generation, maybe the future in some kind of big company, maybe the president. She's giving it to the new generation. So, yeah, most definitely that.
I agree.
See, oh my goodness, y'all guys be tripping.
How
How?
we tripping? Hold on.
Listen to this.
Tell us something.
If you a woman in your third trimester, and there's an old man thinking that, oh yeah, I should get up. If he questions it, no. If he questions it, no.
I can see that.
He should not. He should automatically get that chair up. Cause I mean, I ain't even trying to be rude. He lived his life. Like I don't know how he going. Like y'all, I ain't even a mean person. I'm just saying like he out there, like he up in age,
Man, I don't
and that's
know.
something that woman gonna remember. She'll be like, man,
She probably
When
going
that
back.
first seat-
Hey, she
child
probably going
went
back.
That could have been the first seat she had all day.
when that child exactly.
She probably like, man, that old man ain't give me that seat. My
Be a
baby
story
hurt,
that she
baby."
tell her child when the child born and get a little older.
Yeah.
Like, old crippled man ain't give his seat up so we can sit down.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Exactly.
but I don't know. I still think it should be the woman, but it's
course.
a lot that goes
Yeah.
into play. People might have different things.
You never know what nobody going through.
Never know.
That's true. Today we have with us Jacoby Perry. What is up?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. How y'all
And later
doing?
today, we will have another young lady at 6 o'clock named Kayla Roscoe.
That's right. So if you're just now tuning in, we just got done with our game, Thinking Outside the Box. We were talking about if you had one chair left, who would you give it to? An old crippled man, a pregnant lady in her third trimester, or just a lady with an infant? And I'm pretty sure we all agree with the pregnant lady. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Damn.
Now, Jacoby, tell us about yourself. I know you said some stuff earlier. You're from Birmingham, 205.
205,
Okay,
yeah.
from the west side. The west side.
It's still the 251 though. It's still the 251.
No, it's the
I don't know
256.
about that.
Oh my! Whoa!
Oh, it's the 256.
Calhoun
Yeah.
County? No,
Uh-uh.
That's not even
it.
Calhoun County.
It's part of Calhoun County though.
No, it's
256 is Calhoun. It's part of Calhoun County, right?
catch us in Limestone County. See, we know from no.
Where is that? Where is that?
It's
that
up
sounds
north.
country.
On you.
It's not country though.
That sounds country.
It's up there in Huntsville,
Limestone.
Athens, Alabama.
Limestone.
Shout out to Decatur.
Hey, I
You
don't
feel what
know
I'm
about
saying? So, tell us your major and how would you describe yourself?
that. Well, I'm a senior majoring in political science. I was majoring in English, but it wasn't challenging enough for me, so
Oh, it wasn't
It was
challenging.
too easy.
it was too
Shoot,
English?
hold on now, cuz.
Whoa!
I mean, my
back
English
up.
class right now
I need
is...
you as my tutor.
That's what
I
I'm
need you
saying.
as my tutor.
Because English ain't working in my favor.
Really?
Really.
Okay, so for me, I could write a paper right before it was due, like 30 minutes.
Like
Just like that.
like having it planned out or like procrastinating?
No, procrastinate. I don't. Okay. So
Look at you.
Go ahead,
That's
spill it.
So I really didn't plan my papers out when I wrote them. I would just write. So if let's say I needed a full paper done, or at least 5 pages, I would start writing the first paragraph, and then I might move to the last paragraph. I jump around in my essays. It doesn't work for everybody, but
Yeah.
it is effective.
How long you been doing it?
Since high school. So
I wish you would have told me this. Like, I wish I would have known you before college.
Well, I mean,
There's a lot of papers I could have been like more creative.
you
I
still got to
guess.
take English 102, don't you?
Oh, you didn't take
I
that?
think so.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
most
freshman.
definitely. So you got a tutor right here. You have a tutor next semester. Hey, it's better.
Well, now I know.
Take them back to back, back to back.
If y'all didn't know, now we know. Jacoby Perry.
I'm just letting you know.
The greatest with the essays, and then I know you acing them.
Oh, of course.
What you were passing away?
Ace.
Flying colors.
Yes, all the time.
When did you know you just? When did you
Yeah.
know you just write essays like this?
I knew I could write essays after, I would say, like the 6th grade.
Sixth grade?
After the 6th grade.
Okay.
Because I took a writing class with a woman named Jen Phillips Ash, and she basically it was a creative writing class that she started called Wordsmith. And she started it for students in the Birmingham City School area so they could develop their writing skills and go on to do well within their classes.
Yeah.
And also she provided different services for us like ACT training, SAT training, so it actually was really good for us. And we were on Birmingham Southern's campus.
That's good.
So that's why I chose English, and that's what I wanted to do when I first came to JSU.
I got a quick question about that. You said, so did she teach y'all the writing skills, or you already had the skills developed?
I had the skills developed, but there were other students there that didn't have them, so we all learned the basic writing skills just so they wouldn't feel out of place.
Mm-hmm.
We're all learning together. So she did a really well job of just bringing students from different schools within the area together and helping them with develop their writing skills.
Shout out to her, because that's really tough nowadays in our generation to actually get a group of kids together to like be willing to learn and amp their skills up. So shout out to her.
That's true. And one thing that she always did, and is continuing to do, because the program is still going, she always
got bigger.
Much bigger.
Maybe bigger.
So
nice.
she's giving away scholarships for students. So
That's
I know
nice.
when I graduated, I received a $2,000 scholarship.
Oh, that's very nice.
But now she's going on to make it $4,000 per student.
Per student? And how many students do she?
Right now she has about 12, but
12?
she
Oh,
only
that's
takes students from, I believe, high school and up now.
That's still
Awesome.
great.
Still doing
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
That's really dope. So I really feel like you was just a smart kid in class. That was quiet.
Was you the kid that everybody was like, I gotta be his friend?
Yeah. You try to
Was
cheat
you that
on?
kid?
Or wait, did you used to cover your paper like this?
Okay.
Or no,
I wouldn't
give out the
actually-
wrong answers and then change them.
No, see, I was always for the people. We all
Okay,
got
I feel
to
you.
graduate.
Those
Yeah.
people,
We already got to graduate.
You
So
were
why
with the crew,
not?
okay.
Why not?
Yeah, I know I was most definitely that smart. I was the smart, what's the name kid? Class clown. I was smart class clown.
See, no.
See,
I was very smart, but I used my mouth.
I bet your teachers did not like you.
My teachers loved me. Cause I was
that's
bad, but
probably
they
a
still
lie.
loved
That
me.
is
Cause they were like,
probably a
I know you're way better than this. Like you need to stop doing what you're doing.
All right now.
Kept on.
It was just me until I got to high school, and I was like, well, let me go ahead and chill out. But I still was just a talkative person. I always been a talkative person. I'm like, bro, I just talk about anything.
See, I'm the opposite. I was voted most outgoing in my senior class, and I don't know. I don't know
can
how I
tell you
feel.
voted most outgoing.
Okay.
I can see
Thanks for the
that.
compliment.
I most
Thanks for the
definitely-
compliment.
Why you don't want it? That's great.
I said thanks for the compliment.
Righteously, that's like a great networking
Like I
skill.
talk to everybody.
If you're not
But they-
outgoing, that's not a networking skill for you. Like
Yeah.
that's great for networking. Especially, what is your major again?
Nursing,
Nursing. So that like
Mhm.
that's great if you want to get into whatever you want to get into,
pediatrics.
like political science,
Pediatrics.
pediatric.
Okay.
Yes.
Could you get a rundown if people don't know what that is? What is pediatric?
Pediatric is dealing with children, not necessarily toddlers or babies, but like adolescents, teenagers, up to they're 18.
18.
Yeah, and I like communicating with children, like, cause I can be like, oh, I've been in your shoes. I might or might not understand where you're coming
She don't
from.
watch too many Rugrats.
Oh my goodness. All right now. All right now.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, pediatrics.
Pediatric. So,
Mhm.
what exactly do you want to do with political science?
Yeah.
Right now, I am looking for things within politics to
Yeah.
pursue, but I know I'm pushing myself in a direction that I might want to go. So right now, I'm also looking at law schools.
Law school.
I was just fixing
So,
to ask
would
that.
you want to be like a Senate, something like that, or
Oh, that's big. That's a big job because I don't think I want to do the Senate.
too much
I would-
stress?
Yeah, I would want to do like local politics.
Local politics.
Yeah, within a city.
What do you mean when you say
Shit.
local politics?
Like
Explain.
you have Jacksonville or you have Calhoun County, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or you can go
Stuff
more
within
into
the city.
depth. You can tell it.
Well, yeah. Basically, I would say I want to be somewhere where I could help people within like Birmingham, because that's where I'm from. So I want to be within the city and give us things to do as far as Activities. You know, a lot of things.
So you can be the mayor.
Ooh.
Why
That's a good job.
Why you gotta do it like that?
You know,
I
really-
mean, or you can be the governor if you want.
See, those are big jobs. I want to be behind the scenes. You know?
Behind the scenes. I like that. I like that.
So would you like to
Lead
do?
from the back. I like
You
that.
You know, a lot of behind the scenes do a lot of heavy loads. So
They do. And
like most
You
of them
think
do
you
like
can handle
most
the
just
pressure,
really
though?
like the government. I feel like more behind the scenes do more loads than what the governor or the mayor would do within that
Yeah, they just got
region or whatever.
no offense if anybody feel offended, but I just feel like they got the title.
Yeah,
Cause they got all the people
it's
begging
just like a
them up.
president, just like a president, but they just carrying out the action. They're not
Yeah.
doing all the whatchamacallit. They just carrying out the
Background
action.
work, paperwork, you name it.
Like it goes way deep. It's almost like what would you call it? Where you just got things after things, everything going to detail. Like what? Maybe I could say the film industry. For some of y'all that
Okay.
don't know, you know the film industry. You got the director, but you got the producer and director. But what people really don't realize is all the stuff that go into it. You have it gets so critiqued that you have people on the wall that if it's like a little scratch, they'll go in detail that. If you got to bring in plants, you have people come bring in plants. If you got people to set up cameras, set up cameras. Those that's like a little minor line. Then you got costume people. Within the costume people or the decorative people, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
Yeah, you got your makeup artist, your
So
hair
it's like
artist.
it's more that go into just a movie than what you really realize, and it's actually really interesting what all goes into it. Then, because most people that start doesn't really even start being a director or producer. They start being a production assistant. So yeah. I've been
guess I
learning
learned
that,
something
you know,
new.
learning that by
Something
230
new.
class. Shout out
Something
to
new
Jay.
to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what around campus, you know, do you like?
around campus,
Mm-hmm.
buildings and stuff.
Buildings, you know,
Events, people, places to eat, to
Let's
chill.
see. To chill, I would probably say I would probably go to the TMB.
TMB.
Yes.
Everybody be at the TNB.
Why you like TMB? Because of food?
Of course. You
Chick-fil-A
know,
You like to eat,
and
don't it?
smoothies.
I love to eat. I don't shy away
Same.
from a meal.
For me, I would say the red. But
Hold on.
I like. See, I like. No,
Basic
wait.
answer.
Y'all gonna let me do this. I like the old rig better. This is why I say I like the old rig because of the gym. The gym was bigger than the old rig to me.
Was it really? Because you got 3 whole gyms.
But you,
I mean,
no, I'm talking about
courts.
like the weight room wise.
Okay.
The weight room wise.
I can see
I
that.
feel like it's so spread out. Like you got the stuff all the way upstairs. You gotta go to. I feel like the weight room could have been. They could have had more weights in there.
They
Stuff like that.
definitely can.
Oh, definitely like that. But cause I'm like, dang, you got three big old courts, but you should have spread out the gym. I mean the weight room. So it's.
But we have a downstairs weight room and an upstairs weight room.
You really don't have no upstairs weight room.
I mean, that little area over there by the studios, they got weights
That's
over
more.
there.
That's more cardio stuff though to me, and it's a little CrossFit stuff. Cause he has a little tennis racquetball thing in there. And
Over
then
there
you
by the
have,
It
studio.
does.
and then you also have like little treadmill, like the little sprinter treadmills, and you also have rowers. So I mean, it's not really a
Yeah, I don't
workout
know what that
section.
is.
So
But they do have weights up there. You can go
I
work
say
on
it's
your
lightweight.
arms.
It's lightweight.
yeah,
It's not
lightweight.
really-
It's the same weights that are downstairs.
No,
Over there in
no.
front of the mirrors. Okay, y'all not finna play with me.
Yeah,
That's what we're not
exactly.
gonna do.
And in
Y'all not
in front of the mirrors behind there, that little cubby, yeah, it might
That's
be.
what I'm saying.
That's not really. No
I mean,
weights,
it's not
though.
really
It's
like,
little balls.
bench presses and all that kind of stuff, but
I don't know.
they're still weights.
What do you think yours favorite is? TMB?
Actually, I want to say
The library.
no. I'm so sorry.
She's a studious person. She like to get her study in.
No,
That's
if I study, I go to the rec.
Correct.
I
Mhm.
used to do that.
Cause like definitely I go on the weekends. Like if I know we don't have games, like
Okay.
nobody's in there until like maybe 1-2 o'clock for real.
I went.
So I go early in the morning.
That's
I
good.
can't go to the rec and study. 'Cause I'm a person like I got to be in a quiet place
No, that's
just
not
to
me.
because distractions. I get distracted easy. I got to be in a quiet place to let my mind just.
But see, I like the distractions though. That make me
Wow.
focus.
It doesn't to me though.
Okay. Well.
Mm.
I don't know about that.
All right.
It's a little
You
tricky.
know. So who are your friends around campus?
Who my friends?
Yeah, 'Cause I think we had a girl on our first episode named Essence Your Boy.
Mm-hmm.
She said she mentioned you.
Yeah,
So you guys are best friends?
One of my close friends.
How did you guys meet?
Okay. Don't make me sound like a bad person. In essence, I know you probably listen. I do not remember. I know we met through a mutual friend.
Mutual friend?
Yes.
And y'all just clicked ever since?
We've been together ever since. So, and that was freshman year.
Freshman year?
It's not very often that you find people that on campus.
That is so true.
Yeah, it's not. It's really not.
So.
It's really not.
So if you want, you can go ahead when you're ready.
The topic of the paper is my first encounter with fear and how I overcame it. When a person encounters fear, the first thing anyone would expect them to do is freeze or possibly be overwhelmed with emotions. I do not remember my first encounter with fear, but I can recall the last time I knew I was truly afraid. This past Christmas, I finally got the chance to spend time with my family after a trying semester. It was my favorite holiday and time of year. I thought I would be able to get a break mentally and physically, but little did I know I would barely have a chance to blink. On a Sunday evening, after being home for just 2 days, my dad called and told my mom he was involved in a very bad car accident on his way to work. When she relayed the message to me, I could hear the panic and sense the sense of urgency in her voice. All I could think of was making sure I made it to wherever he was to help in any way possible. The man that I revered for the majority of my life as strong was hurt and at his lowest. My entire family was afraid, but being afraid really wasn't an option for me. Unknowingly, I left my mom and my siblings at home to go straight to the scene of the accident. I knew if it was a bad accident, my family would have been in shambles. Once I arrived, I found him still sitting in the now totaled car. I made sure he was still conscious and aware of his surroundings. He told me he was fine, but he thought he broke his leg or hip, and he couldn't stand. Before this moment, I never had to ask so many questions and gather information in such a short amount of time. As I took pictures of the car, I noticed that the front windshield of the driver's side of my dad's car was broken, and you could tell he was nearly ejected. Of course, traffic was hectic, but my mom and siblings arrived around the same time of the ambulance. My dad knew he would have to ease my family's mind, or else they would have started to panic. So he started joking with them, as he normally would have. As they moved him to the ambulance, he even asked my brothers to remove his boots so they wouldn't have to cut them off. My mom had to ride with him to the hospital, so they left me with the car until the tow truck came. I also was tasked with providing information to police to file a report. After making sure all important items were out of the car, I made my way to the hospital. Shortly after arriving at the hospital, we were told that the accident caused my dad's pelvis to shatter, and he would need surgery, and there would be a 6-month recovery period. After looking at x-rays, even a stranger could tell my dad disliked the news presented to him, but he was being strong for the family. As an African American male, I have always been groomed to know that fear is never an option. I always had to man up or be strong. There was never time to process emotions because other people are always depending on me. With all that happened, there were things that needed to be taken care of with attorneys, insurance companies, and the hospital. The following days were full of trips to make sure we had all of our paperwork before going to the attorney. Car accidents happen every day, and regardless of who it happens to, life continues. He had been released from the hospital for a couple of weeks, and it was time for me to go back to school. I nearly made the decision to stay home for the semester, but my mom assured me that everything would be fine. I knew I was afraid, but I didn't have time to think about it, because like any other person, I can't stand to see my family struggling. I knew the seriousness of the incident, but in the moment it never registered to me that someone I love was involved in what could have been a fatal car accident. For some time now, I have witnessed myself become almost emotionless in challenging situations, and by not letting emotions overwhelm me, and I did not have time to overthink or second guess. Some call it bravery, but I saw it as doing what needed to be done.
Okay.
Whew.
That's a story, yeah.
Yeah. What made you want to write about this particular event in your life?
This particular event in my life was a moment that I knew I had to grow up fast.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people aren't put in a position where they have to grow up quickly.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people just grow up, and that's what I've done, or that's what I consider myself doing for most of my life. I grew up. I didn't really go through anything that pushed me to a level where I would have to take care of my family or people that I love.
Mm-hmm.
So this incident for me, it was like, man, I'm really afraid. I didn't know what to do. I was doing all of this on my own. Of course, I had my mom there for call and reference, but actually going to the towing company, taking pictures, and meeting with attorneys, I've never done that before. So for me, at 20 years old, that was something that I never thought I would do.
Did you feel like it was too much pressure on you? Or like, hey, I gotta do this?
I honestly never thought about the pressure because
the adrenaline.
That was the man who came into my life. He came into my life at 5 years old.
Yeah.
And that was the man that has always been there, took care of me. If I needed something, if I wanted to go on a field trip, it was there. So I wouldn't second guess anything or think about anything other than just doing what needed to be done.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So if this particular event didn't happen, is there anything else that you would fear or be afraid of?
Yes. I can see now, like for myself,
Mm-hmm.
I won't say that I'm afraid of graduating, but it's something that you have to think about. It's like, do you have things lined up for after you graduate?
Yeah.
What did
See,
you do?
that's my biggest. That's really my biggest one. It's like, I'm ready to graduate, but then, bam, when I'm out, I feel like I think people really get a depressed stage when they graduate, because it's like you with your friends, you constantly in school, you actually got a whole environment around you. You've got stuff to look forward to every day, events to go to, a little party, people like to do that. But then when you actually get that real world, it's like, bam, hit you. It's like a slap in the face.
Yeah,
it's like, whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy, because I know some people have degrees out here like they don't even use.
Yeah.
So like once you graduate, it's like, I maybe want to find a job for this certain.
And people do also get a drive with their degrees, and they in that depressed stage for the rest of their life. They don't like it. So it's like, how it's just, sometimes I really question sometimes is school really for me.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Because it's a lot of jobs out there you can really pick up a trade,
You can pick up
a
trade and just no student loan. How great would that be?
Would probably be cheaper
How
too.
great would that be? You feel me? So I mean, yeah, but I really like my car accident I recently had in June or July, somewhere in there. It woke me up because my grandmother was on my butt about it. Cause she like, you gonna run up our insurance, stuff like that. And I'm like, dang, well, I gotta pay for it. I gotta, do this, do that, take pictures of it. So yeah, it was a wake up call for me too.
It's a wake up call.
This whole year, Rice has been a wake up call. I don't know. It's something about 2019.
Something about 2019.
It's really like, I've noticed a lot of people, it's been a wake up call. It's a lot of things that really didn't happen in 2019. It's a rough year.
It is. But you know what? We're going to get through it.
Most definitely.
Oh, yes.
And 2020 going to be even better.
It will.
Always.
All right. So can you describe to me, like, the scenery of the accident?
Okay. The scene of the accident. So, the accident actually wasn't far away from my home. So, it happened on Wilson Road. Wilson Road is a long stretch of road, but there is kind of like a hill and a straightaway.
Okay.
So coming down off of that hill was the opposing car, and my stepdad was going on his way to work. So both of them had a green light, but she didn't gauge my stepdad's speed. So she turned right before he went through the light.
Got you.
Which made an accident. So
I feel like we all have those risky moments. We'd be like in the median, and you'd be looking like, can I go?
Make it?
Can I make it?
Yeah.
I'm a daredevil, so I'm really a NASCAR driver in my car.
Oh my goodness.
The Toyota is a brand of NASCAR, so they get out there,
I know I pushed my little Nissan, so
do the dash. Hey, I feel it. So like, what exactly? Could you see yourself actually writing, or just writing essays more and more when you get out of college or what? So
I honestly can't. I can see myself writing for the enjoyment, but not writing because I have something to do. Now, I do want to go to a graduate program, into a graduate program, but I can't see myself writing afterwards. Like, after I graduate, I don't want to write. I can see myself actually doing work and being productive in my community, going out and doing stuff and having events and just giving something back to my community. That's what I really want to do.
Okay, you say you don't want to write after you graduate. So how does writing help you while you're still in college?
Writing helps me in college because it helps me calm myself down, honestly. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't go through my day and write about it. That's one thing that I've recently done for myself. Going through my day and just sitting down, okay, this happened. But then this happened. Okay, that's fine. But then I go and look to somebody else and I'm like, okay, what I'm going through isn't as bad as what somebody else is going through.
Because you never know what they might.
You never know what somebody's going through. So when I look and I go back through what I'm going through, it's like, I'm not even worried about that. Maybe what can I do to help somebody else? Because you never know.
It's bigger problems in the world.
It's bigger problems, much bigger.
Even though you might think yours big, which yours actually might be big, but it's big to a certain extent within you. You know, it might be stuff you got to deal with. So, what I was about to ask. So, have you ever thought about just taking journalism before you got to college? Cause like, you like to write, so.
Do you even have any journals? Like, I know you say you write about your day, so like you got journals stacked away somewhere, like a little diary?
I don't have journals stacked away anywhere, but I do have.
You got them on file?
Short stories.
Short stories?
Short stories.
So that's a part of like the creative writing class I used to do. I would write short stories, and they would be things that I just wanted to write about. It could be somebody going through the forest.
You should write a movie script.
I thought about that.
Have you ever
really, you if you really like, I can tell you really good at writing. So like, you make so much. You can do a lot with scripting. Like you
making me want to write after.
I'm dead serious. You can do so much with scripting. Like it's a lot you can do with scripting. Like journalism, like you take a journalism craft and just like go to a film industry and just show like what you can do. You only have to write a movie. Like they can hire you just to critique the script and edit the script, you know, to make it better. So it's like you writing like the words or what they say, you know, every part is.
I never thought about that. That's good. I'm actually.
You should
I might consider that for real.
Yeah. You know, if you want to find out more information, you know, you can go sit down with Mr. Jefferson in the Stone Center. He'll tell y'all. He gonna give you a hour and a half lesson on it. Now you gonna be in there. You gonna be like entertained because how he gonna explain it. He gonna tell you. But it's a great thing you should look into though.
I will. I definitely will.
Yeah. So have you ever thought about Have you ever thought about it? Have you ever thought about just being more involved on campus?
No.
I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
I have never thought about being more involved than I already am.
Yeah.
I am in several organizations, and
could you give
which ones are those?
I am the president of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Zaza chapter. I'm the president of the NPHC. I'm also a resident assistant in the apartment area. I'm a part of Phi Eta Sigma, and I'm looking to be a part of the political science honor society as well. So
that's some big moves.
I'm doing a lot.
Oh, you a stressful person
already.
Exactly.
So like, were you this involved like your freshman year coming here?
Oh, I've always been involved since I've been at JSU. I was part of freshman forum, JSU ambassadors. I've been in the NPHC since I started on the exec. So, I mean, I've always been involved.
Is this something you always wanted to do? Or it's something
it's,
like you
it's something
wanted
that I
it.
started in college. I honestly can say in high school I slept it away, and in class, like I was in class sleep. So I wanted to go to college, and I told my mom. I sat down and I cried to her. I was like, I want to make something of myself. I can see myself doing something beyond. And then like I have a dream for myself, and I know where I want to be in life. So I know that I have to put work in while I'm in college.
So you feel like you take big steps or big jumps?
I won't say I take big steps, but gradually as I get older,
Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah, I feel it.
Because if you don't, you'll still be stuck in the same position. You have to take a chance to actually get what you dream of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel it. So what dang, I done lost my train of thought again.
What about writer's block?
Yeah.
oh
Does that ever occur?
yes ma'am, that's definitely a thing. I looked through my papers the other day and I was like, man, I really just stopped in the middle of my writing a lot. And that is a part of the reason why I write my essays. I jump to different parts. Because okay, I could complete one thought and then there'll be something else in my mind. That
So
might
how do
come
you
up.
jump from the intro to the conclusion?
Because I already know in my head, okay, this is how I want it to sound. I'm gonna write it this way, and I start it, and then I may jump back to the intro and finish writing that because I see, okay, because it's all connected. The intro and the conclusion should somehow be connected.
Yeah.
You sound like my English
So
teacher.
they see, I would have been a good English teacher.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to do in college, actually teach English.
So you want to be
Oh
a professor?
wow.
Yeah, I wanted to.
You be a mean professor.
No,
I think you'd be one of the.
see,
I want to say one
I
of the
think
better
you would
ones,
be-
but
I like
you'd be
her.
a good
I like
one.
her. See,
See, I know you more. I feel like you would have been a mean professor. You would be like, no. You would have been dealing with these kids around here.
I mean,
No.
this generation, probably not, but I know
These millennials.
Okay, calm
These
down.
millennials.
Okay, calm down.
Oh, you are a 2000
Calm down.
baby, aren't
I'm gonna
you?
need for you to calm down on us. Pipe
See, you
down.
know, I just made
Nope,
the cut. I just
yeah,
made the
you
cut.
just
I'm a
made the cut.
99.
It was barely there.
I just made it, but still, I'm
Both
still
of us.
like, huh?
I'm 98.
98. Yo,
I don't care.
it's alright. You
It's
2000
whatever.
babies. Y'all a different breed. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all.
You mean them? I don't include myself.
What you
I-
include yourself
why not?
in?
I include myself as Tierra Thatch. That's it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it.
Third
That's it.
person.
All right.
Third
Yes.
person. I feel you. So
I like that.
So with the younger peers, or who exactly do you look up to,
Who exactly, like a person in
Yeah.
particular?
or just like, or if you had a celebrity, or
Somebody that
just
inspires you.
inspires you,
Yeah.
anything.
That's a good question. The person that I would say I look up to the most would probably be my family.
Family.
Yeah.
As a whole.
As a whole. My family isn't the best family. It
Yeah.
isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Which every family is not
Every
the best.
family
Yeah.
isn't perfect.
You always got people in between. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But looking back at my family, we've done exceptionally well.
Yeah.
I'm looking to not go or do the same thing that my parents have done with me. I'm looking to go above that. So I want to push other people to do the same and notice, or I would say at least recognize that your background doesn't always have to say how far you could go.
Yeah. Determine your
Determine
life.
your
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
direction in life.
I
So-
really feel that.
And that's one thing that my people or my family have done for me. They've always said you could do anything. So with knowing that, I'm definitely going to push others to do the same. And I look up to them for teaching me that and instilling those things inside of me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what led you to writing? Like, you like to write about stuff. Why not sing it or rap it?
I can sing, but I choose not to.
Why?
I feel like you got them vocals.
I do, but I don't. Okay,
Give us a little song, little taste,
Oh.
just a little snippet. If you could, just give us a little snippet.
I don't even know what song I would do. So,
Oh,
but
give us a church song, a gospel song.
church song.
Give us Lily in the Valley.
You want that one out of everything.
Dazzling, my Lord. Come on now. Come on,
Right
come
now.
on, come on.
I ain't gonna do that one. I'm gonna do, let's see. Y'all gonna make me sing. Y'all put me on the spot.
We got to. We got to hear a song.
Let's see. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Ooh, that wasn't good at all. But
I
I'm
like
You sounded
it.
good.
I
It
like the
sounded
vocals.
bland.
Okay.
You know,
y'all put me on the spot.
Okay.
You are
I like
good.
it.
You are
Oh,
good.
Lord.
You is all good with me. So you did good, man. You ain't even gotta do all that. But look, so if you could tell people like up under you what would you tell them for advice or anything? Just going
In
through
college
college,
or-
life, anything in general.
Young writers too. I mean,
I would tell the younger people
Yeah.
to never give up.
never
Okay.
give up.
Never give up. I've been through some things this past summer
Yeah.
that were just like challenging for me, or I would say eye-opening for me.
Yeah.
So I would say never give up, and always know through your situations that there's someone there to help you. Don't ever feel alone,
Yes.
because that's another thing with kids or people younger. They feel like they can't reach out to other people because
That
they're
is
the
very
only ones
true.
going through it. Or
Mhm.
Yeah.
they don't see other people understanding where they're coming from. So you have to realize, and I know it's hard and you could say it all day, but until you actually go through something
Mhm.
and you need people there for you, it's like, how? So I would tell them never give up and don't feel like you're alone. Always reach out to somebody. It could be a friend, could be someone you don't even know. That's possibly sometimes the best times when you don't even know that person. You just getting it all out, and you'll probably never see them again. But you know, it's out of your system, and somebody knows what you're going through. That might give them the chance to say, "Okay, I'm gonna come back and check on them
Got you.
because I see they going through something." So yeah, young
Okay.
people never give up.
So one more question: if you could leave a legacy through your talent, what would you want your message to be? What would you want people to remember you as?
I would want people to remember
Come
me
and find out.
as not
Oh.
come and find out.
Okay, now.
Yeah, remember that too. I would want people to remember me as a person of integrity. I'm done.
Integrity.
Integrity. Okay.
Because growing up, I've always been taught stand for something or you'll fall for anything.
Ooh,
I like
hold on,
that.
say it one more time.
Stand for something or you'll fall for anything.
I'm gonna have to write that down on my whiteboard.
And that's actually what I had. One of the messages I have on my door. And my stepdad always told me that.
You made me want to go put that on my wall.
Yeah,
Stand for something
all I got
or
is
fall
on
for
mine
it.
is
Could you give
go
a
be great.
breakdown for the people that's not really clearly understanding you?
Okay, so I was gonna go somewhere, but I ain't gonna.
Man, you might well. We got
Okay.
time. We got time. Go
You
somewhere.
listening?
Okay, so say that your job is trying to get you fired.
Yeah.
Ooh, being petty. Yes. Speak.
But you know that what you're doing and what you're standing for is definitely something that other students can relate to.
Yeah.
And if it changes with you, it can change with other people.
Yeah.
So by standing on what you believe in and not taking or accepting whatever they offer you, you are still that type of person. Like, you don't lose your character.
Yeah.
So with that being said, stand for something. So that doesn't matter what it is. If you believe in feminism, if you believe in non-abortion, like whatever you believe in, stand on it, because that is what makes you who you are.
Yeah.
And people will notice you beyond whatever others try to make you seem like.
Yeah, I feel it.
So your integrity and what you hold true to yourself is what others will notice, regardless of what happens.
100%. So guys, we're gonna take a commercial break. But before we take a commercial break, y'all come out in the International House on the Multicultural Center and come Ice and Alpha on October 3rd at 4:30.
Sir.
We now have a new guest with us. Make sure you tune in every Monday evening from 5 to 7 p.m. to get the latest talents from your own peers on JSU's campus. Make sure you tell your friends, professors, and your advisors.
And also follow us on IG at JSU_Hidden Talents, and on YouTube, subscribe at Hidden Talents. So, while we was on break, well, not even while we was on break, we all remember when we was talking about thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
So we brought this topic back up. And the topic was, if you had one chair, who would you give it to? You have a pregnant lady. You have a woman with a baby or infant. You have an old man. And you have a crippled man. So, Miss Kayla, Roscoe, who would you give it to?
I said, well, you didn't say, you said a lady with a baby. You didn't say she was breastfeeding. So you have to add that in there.
I mean, well, she's breastfeeding or whatever. She's doing
I said the lady that is breastfeeding because you wouldn't want to be standing up doing that. Like, that's just not something you would be standing up doing. You said the lady that's in the third trimester, you should not be outside of a hospital or your home in your third trimester. You need to be preparing for this baby to come, or you're going to be looking like her.
But what if she's trying to catch a train or something? Trying to get to the hospital or anything.
What happened when the train gets stuck?
I guess you never been on the train.
That's like, Jesus Christ. You thinking of the worst.
No, I mean, it definitely could happen.
It most definitely could, but I still think it should be the pregnant woman, though.
Why?
Because she's giving birth to something new, something that's not...
That's been in there for 9 months.
And the chair gonna catch it?
Huh?
You want the train chair to catch it?
Oh, yeah.
With all that bacteria and all of that. All the movies that's been sitting on there.
Anything. I mean, but... If...
What was your answer?
I said the pregnant woman.
Why?
Why would you not? The lady breastfeeding, she can go to the bathroom.
On the train?
I mean, technically, earlier we wasn't talking about the train, but if it was on the train,
then... didn't say that.
We was talking about just in general.
I mean, it's just... anybody could have this.
Yeah, and the old man... what did I say earlier?
I mean, since the ladies are there, the men should not be sitting at all.
But
it's just between the pregnant lady. I mean, some people still be working up until they even have their children. So I just feel like if I was breastfeeding, I would want somebody to offer their seat to me because I don't want to just be walking around.
But what about the pain that the woman going through?
Who said she was in pain? See, y'all adding stuff.
But look, you was adding stuff when you was like the bacteria.
I'm saying you said that she was bringing something new into this world. I did not say that. I said so you want the train seat to catch it, and how many booties been on there? Homeless people booty been on there. Let's start there.
Snap.
Okay? And you want that to catch the new baby?
Huh?
That's not vaccinated.
But it's not. I didn't never say her water broke or nothing.
You said she's bringing something new. How else is gonna get here?
I didn't say her water was breaking on the train, though. I was just saying in general, she's bringing something new to this earth, the new generation to this earth.
It's gonna make it. One day.
Okay.
All right, now.
We gonna see. So, Miss Kayla, would you give us just a brief background? Where you from?
I am from Hiram, Georgia, the real H-Town, period. I grew up there. I'm 22. I came to Jacksonville in 2017 spring. What else? Usually people give like a list when they do icebreakers. Y'all didn't give me that.
What about your major? What are you majoring in?
Respiratory therapy. So I was diagnosed with asthma my junior year in high school. I had to stop all sports, so that's kind of how I got interested in
You used to run? What you used to do? What kind of sports?
I did track, dance, basketball.
Was you good in any?
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not gonna play with you. Yes, I was good at all my sports.
Okay, you started the basketball?
Yes. I was a fast runner, so defense most definitely. We're not going to talk about the offense, okay? Let's not bring that up. But defense most definitely.
Okay.
I had that down pat.
You used to double dribble, didn't you?
I'm a left dribbler, so it's a little bit more complex on that side.
I mean, if you're a basketball player, you're going to be a left and right, so...
No.
Most people dribble with the left, most people dribble with the right. Could you shoot at least?
Yes, I was a shooter, so...
Oh, so you play shooting guard.
I'll be just standing there waiting to catch the ball. Don't pass it to me to dribble now.
I
mean, definitely I can shoot.
I feel that. Our guest had a question. She was like, did the woman say big old treats or big old tree?
No, big booty, big old tree. So did Meg say big old treats or big booty, big old tree?
I literally just said that, Miss.
No, you didn't.
Well, what I said then? What did I say?
You left out the sentence. The sentence before.
You gave like a phrase.
Yeah,
But
so
they
you
got
gave
the
a
whole.
phrase.
They got the whole thing, though.
You didn't even say who it was by. You said the woman.
I mean, I was playing the song, so I mean, if you didn't know the song or who was about,
Some people don't. They might not know of it.
well, my bad.
Okay, so y'all, did she say big booty, big O treats or big booty, big O tree? Cause I thought she was saying tree, but
She said treat most definitely.
well, she needs to enunciate.
Well, you tell her, not me. Just saying. But anyways, we gonna get more into the segment. So, Tierra, man, you go ahead and start it off.
Okay, let's start off about talking about you. How would you describe yourself as a person?
It depends on which Caleb. Not this way.
Oh,
No, very outgoing, very caring, crazy, good kind of crazy though.
okay.
Let's see. I can be quiet when I want to be. Some people would say feisty or aggressive.
Very nice. we can tell on air right now. We most definitely can tell.
But I'm definitely sweet.
Okay.
A sweet person.
Has there ever been a moment where like you got a chance to help others?
All the time.
All the time.
Yes, all the time. Like
What was your most recent?
Most recent. My cousin called me last minute. She lives in Georgia. She wanted me to bring some folding chairs, which was 2.5 hours away, and I just did it because it was her birthday, and I was just like, whatever.
Did you stay to celebrate her birthday, or were you like, no, come
I was
back?
sick, so
Oh, got you.
I didn't get to party with them. But I'm just like that.
You
Like,
still sound sick.
okay.
Are you?
I took some medicine before I came to you.
Oh, okay.
Y'all ain't gonna catch no drink.
I'm just saying, you know, I ain't trying to catch the Ebola or anything like
But
that.
no, I definitely
Swine
am
flu.
very caring. Like, I just do because that's just how I am.
Okay. What do you like about Jacksonville State, being on campus?
That's a good question. I'm not on campus anymore. My favorite place used to be the TMB.
TMB again.
Oh my God.
But
See, Jacoby
why
literally
TMB?
just said that because, you know, he like to eat and stuff. So.
No, the TMB or what's that place called? I definitely like Stadium too. Like, that's where everybody used to be chilling.
So I never went into stadium. I ain't never lived
Yeah, I stayed
in
at Stadium 2 semesters. So, but Stadium was cool because everybody's there. Like, you can just, it's almost like staying in a hotel almost.
Mm-hmm.
You just go to everybody's room. But definitely TMB because, like Jacoby said, I like to eat. So, and I have legs.
Right, flex
Yeah,
when
I
you
know how that
go
goes.
through.
You still got flex now?
No, sir, I told you I was off campus.
Oh, I'm just finna say, because, you know, you can flex me in right at the show.
Skirt.
Get some food.
Skirts.
So what made you, do you have any things that made you want to start writing poetry or anything?
I started writing when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
I used to have real bad anger issues, like
Yeah, I can tell.
real bad. That's why I started playing basketball, because that was kind of like an outlet for me.
You ever thought about boxing?
No, but I thought about kickboxing.
Kickboxing?
Kickboxing.
But so I
That's
started
worse.
writing after I graduated high school because I was like, I can't go to my 2-year
Yeah.
and be cutting up like that. Like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
So, like, most of the time when I write, it's just, like, how I feel in the moment. It's not, like, I think of a subject. It's just how I feel. Like, literally, my emotions are in all my poems.
So where do you normally go to write? In like a certain spot? Do you like to be around
Anywhere.
a lot of music?
I literally wrote a
noise?
poem today at the hospital. My granny. Lord, no, don't take my granny. My aunt passed away a year ago today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I wrote a poem today. And that's the first time I have wrote since August 6th. So it's literally like bottled up emotions. And I
Mhm.
just had to release it. So it's not like a specific time.
Did you get a writer's block
place.
while you was writing?
No. I had a writer's block. Like, that was the first time I wrote since August 6th. So I haven't been able to
literally.
write.
So could you define your writer's block versus other people's writer's block? I know some people writer's block. They have
My
writer's
writer's
block.
block is literally me running away from dealing with anything going on with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Like, if I don't want to talk about something, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to shut down.
Yeah.
So that's like literally me just releasing everything.
Now, do you also have writer's block within writing your poetry?
Sometimes, but like I said, it's my emotions, so it's just like it kind of just flows. It's not. I never try to force it because it's gonna end up sounding corny or like made up, and I'm not into that kind of stuff. So just like making up stuff. So I never really get writer's block because I only write when I know it's genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really have writer's block.
I like that.
Only when it's technically not writer's block because I just don't want to talk about it. It's just like me not wanting to release my stuff. Yeah,
and do you have some poetry that's just personal to you, or do you like share all your poetry?
Definitely.
Definitely.
My poetry is almost like my journal.
Yeah.
I share some of my poetry, but it's almost like my own little journal. Do I mind sharing my personal? No. If I feel like I'm talking to someone that needs to hear my story, of course I'll share with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely have some personal poetry that no one has ever seen.
I feel it.
Have you ever done like an open mic night?
No. But Alpha Phi Alpha had a pageant, and I performed my first poem in front of people for the first time.
How did it make you feel?
I was super, super nervous.
With a lot of people.
As feisty as you is?
Yes, I still get nervous. Look, I was nervous on the way here. That's because I was like, ooh, y'all, my stomach's starting to bubble. I was nervous, but most definitely, I definitely was nervous, like, because I never shared my poetry. Real personal stuff, like, the best way to explain me, I'm like a glass box. I will share a lot, but you still won't know a lot. So, like, for me to share my poetry, that was, like, a big break for me. It was a handful of people there. Still, for me to get nervous because you're on a stage. But it was good to do that because it's just like I never did something like that before. It was something new.
But it's a start for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Would you do an open mic night or anything?
If I did an open mic night, I probably would. No, I'm not gonna say that because you're gonna ask me to sing. But I probably would do my poetry. I was gonna say sing, but I'm not doing that.
You can sing. You can give us a little
taste.
You know, I mean, my man Jacob gave us a little taste now. Yeah, I feel like he's singing better than you. I ain't never heard you sing. Go ahead. Just give us a little something for the altar.
No, not happening.
I guess.
I guess we can ask later in the show.
So, do you have any siblings or anything?
I have one. I claim one sibling, my brother.
And who is that?
My mom's son, oldest son.
Okay. So, you have any friends, close friends around here that you just met through freshman year and y'all been close ever since?
So I was in here my freshman year. Like I said, I transferred in 2017. I was a sophomore when I came here. I had 4 roommates. We didn't really hang out, but one of them introduced me to Deja, and that's like my sister. Like, blood can't make us any closer. And Myra.
Where you transferred from?
Georgia Highlands College. It's in Douglasville.
What made you go there first?
So a little story about me. I graduated high school with a 3.5 GPA. I applied to
Colorado.
8 schools, but I applied late because my parents. First of all, my parents are in their 60s. I have older parents, so they didn't really. I'm not gonna say they didn't push me, but they're they didn't get that kind of opportunity to. They don't have that drive to like, you really need to do this, you know what I'm saying? Of course they want me to go do that, but it's just like, well, you don't have that background and foundation. You don't really know how to do that for somebody else. So I applied to school late, so I didn't get accepted to anywhere. So that's how I ended up at a 2-year. But I was there, I had a 4.0 the whole time, and then I transferred.
That sound dope.
Why'd you transfer here and not somewhere closer to where you were?
So I applied to Georgia State 6 times with a 4.0. They didn't accept me.
6 times?
Well, I'll say 4.
What was your GPA?
A 4.0.
I went out of GPA, but what was your ACT?
My ACT was a 17.
17?
So I had to retake it to get into my program, of course.
Here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have to have a 19.
19.
20 now.
Or an 18 to get into the program. But for respiratory it's 18. But so maybe that's why, but I mean, I'm already in school. It's not like I'm a new high school graduate. So, and when I was talking to admissions, they were like, you should be fine. I even tried to do like the academic probation where they monitor you in your classes that first semester to see if you actually, before you actually are admitted, kind of, even though you're taking classes, you're not fully admitted, they still wouldn't let me. So I was just like, it's not meant to be. And I transferred here. I applied here my third semester at Georgia Highlands. They didn't even have the program yet. Like, the first class just graduated in May.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like taking a big risk for me because they didn't even have the program yet. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, everything's meant to happen for a reason.
Yeah, that's cool. What did you think at school went by for you? You think your freshman year was better to now, or what?
I had fun in my 2 year. People was like, don't go to 2 years. First of all, Douglas County a little ratchet. So I had fun in my 2 year. Most definitely. But when I came here, I definitely like made more friends because I was still home, so I was still hanging out like with my best friend. Of course, we had fun, but it's still like you still around the same environment, the same people you went to high school with.
Yeah.
So when I came here, it was just like, okay, I'm on my own. I ain't got to worry about telling my mama like, oh, I'm gonna be at home at this time, whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's just like new experiences. That's really what I feel like. Everybody, yes, because I was on my own. I don't have any family in Alabama. The closest family I have in Alabama, I take the back, is Huntsville.
Huntsville.
And if something happened, that's still 2 hours before
away.
they get to me. You
away.
know what I'm saying? So I didn't have any family here. So like it was just like I'm on my own, and it just was an experience because. Yes, when I was at home, it was kind of like that. I was doing my own thing, but it's nothing like being on your own, making your own decisions, learning by yourself. You don't have mama and daddy to be like, okay, you messed up, but this is how you fix it. Like, no, you fix it on your own.
Yeah.
When you're by yourself. So, but I definitely had fun. Spring 17 was fun for me. I don't know for anybody else.
So, Miss Kayla, may you go ahead and spit your little poem, Misunderstood.
Okay. Black men, there is power in your skin like resin, it just sinks in. Roots deep within, my next to kin. Being black isn't a sin, don't let them pull you in. Be proud of that skin, that beautiful black skin you are in. Your black women cherish that same skin they want to perish. It is they that want to take, so just remember what you have at stake. Use that power that you hold and don't be afraid to be bold. Speak for yourselves because they misinterpret you so well. An unknown language with no tell. Every time you leave from us, our hearts fail, not knowing what the next story will spell. Out of reach is hard to keep. It's a true gift every time you come back to me. Because I know there is someone out there that hates you by your skin. So this love, just soak it in, take it everywhere you go. Keep this knowledge as you bestow. Your black women love you and want to protect you in the least. That sacred skin you hold, I also hold, and cherish it piece by piece. I see you trying and appreciate you, to say the least, from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. Black love is concrete, solid, and when in unity it's a beast. Understanding you when you don't even have the words to speak because you were taught vulnerability is weak. But the secret is that it's your strength. Black men, hear me when I say this. You are the favorite song on our playlist. Protect you instead of rejecting you. Acceptance will always be here because real black love holds no fear.
Oh my, I got chills. Just want to clap that out right there.
I like that.
Thanks, guys.
So, can you just give me a rundown of what was you going through when you had wrote this
Yes, what
poem?
was going in your mind?
Cause it's deep now. Like,
First question,
it's
have y'all
deep.
seen When They See Us?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, I watched that. The first time I watched it, I only got 20 minutes in, and I was like, because I'm just going to get mad. And the first person I see in the street, they getting a backhand.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, I really want to know the story because I had never heard of it until then. Like, I had never seen the articles or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and it was just like, after I finished the last episode, I was just like, whoa, like that really happened to somebody. And I just talked to so many men, young and old, like even my cousins, older men, like my stepdad, like they really don't like being vulnerable. They don't like going to anyone for help. They don't like to talk, like, at all. So I was just like, you run into all these different places, even though, like, in their situation, they really didn't do anything wrong, but in real world today, like, a lot of our young black boys are lost because they just feel like they don't have nowhere to run to. And it's just like, yo, black women, like, we right here. Like, your moms love you, your aunties love you. If you have a girlfriend or whatever you want to call her, she loves you or she cares about you enough that if something happened, like, we are going to be the ones that go to bat for you. So, like, it's love here, and it's solid, and it run deep, like, all the way back. Like, all the way back. So it's just like, when I saw that, it was just like, dang. And they really feel like people don't love them. They just throw them in the jail and that's it. So that's where I got the inspiration from to write it.
Okay, so do you feel like through the story, do you feel like as us men we don't like the color of our skin, or like?
No, I don't feel like. What do you mean, like the color of the skin?
Like
you wish you was someone else?
Yeah.
Like you feel like life would be easier if you was a different skin color?
Yeah.
I can see that. I definitely can see that. I'm not gonna say that black men don't like the color of their skin. I think that black men are tired. I think that's the best way to put it. Like,
why you feel why do you feel that way?
So like, okay, first of all, you already set back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say sit back because that's a mindset that you have.
Yeah.
If you already feel like you set back, you set back. But how other people view you, you set back. Just like me, I'm black and I'm a woman.
Yeah.
That's two setbacks for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like it's already a struggle for you to get to where you want to be because of this color of your skin, but the skin that you have is so dangerous, and that's why they don't want you to be where you are. And as soon as you realize who you are, it's not no setbacks for you. Like, if you go somewhere, say you start working for, let's do McDonald's. You go somewhere, you start as a fry boy, and you see a CEO walk in or whoever walk in, the president of the company walk in, and you just like, I can't ever be there because I'm just a fry boy, and they put me here as a fry boy because of what I look like and my education level. You already done set yourself back because of the mindset that you have. Like, why don't you feel like you can be there? But at the same time, I also feel like our I guess Rachel would say, it's not set up to set our youth up for success. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like, and I'm not even gonna speak because I know that other people of other colors have struggles too. Like, everybody has struggles. But me and my cousin was talking about this the other day. He was like, say Susie, she come to school or Dylan come to school, they ain't gotta worry about anything. Yeah. Their parents not telling them, when you get to college, you're gonna have to start paying your insurance, start paying your phone bill. They really don't have to worry about all of that when they get to, now you grown. Like, they not telling their kids that.
Even when they grown, You know
what I'm saying? Like, you always need your parents' guidance. Like, 18 is not grown at all.
At all.
You at school, yeah, you by yourself, but as soon as something happens, you call a mama. Like, you grown, you don't even have to call your mama. That's what grown is. So it's just like, and I mean, still when you get grown, you still gonna call, I'm finna call these people what I need to say to them. People be grown and doing that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, when they get to school, they don't have to worry about that, but it's just like, we gotta worry about what we eating, how our bills getting paid, if you staying off campus, how tuition is getting paid, because most of the time your parents may go to school or have the opportunity to go to school. So it's just like, we're not really set up that way to succeed, but I feel like it's definitely evolving and changing because our generation of already having kids, already getting married, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we're already pushing that. Like, my cousin, she graduated from Jacksonville State, education major. She just turned 32, and her child could read early. Like, her kids, she's on them. Like, that's your most dangerous weapon is something that can't be taken from you, is your education, your knowledge, like knowing who you are, knowing your power that you have, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that it's evolving, but to answer your question, I just think that black men are tired because it's just like a constant day battle. You always got something up against you, somebody not liking you. Like, even my cousins, my mom's family's from Florida. It's super, super, super bad down that way.
Florida, there's a lot of diversity down there, though.
Yeah, but it depends on what part of Florida you live in.
You live in, like, South Florida.
So, like, my cousins, they in Pensacola.
Pensacola? Oh, well, that's right down the road from me.
Yeah,
so that's right down the road from me.
We getting pulled over because our bright lights on, and instead of you just telling us, hey, you got your bright lights on, you've been drinking tonight, we getting pulled out the car in handcuffs.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like, it's stuff against you, but you cannot have that mindset of already being defeated.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of black men have that mindset. It's just like, why even try when I know I'm going to lose? But you can't have that mindset about life, period. Because you're going to lose. If that's how you think it. You got to think like a winner to win, right? But it's just like...
I want to backtrack to when you said you feel like we show no emotion. I feel like we talk but we talk amongst ourselves as men. I feel like when we're around each other, having a guys conversation, I feel like that's when like we mostly, cause all of us I feel like have that same emotion, and I feel like that's where we can like kind of relate and like just bring it out and like talk like, yeah, bro, that's how I really feel. That's how I feel about that situation, or that's how I see it. But like,
most definitely, only men and men can talk about some things. But for an example, say you fall, you get hurt as a young boy. What your mama told you, or what your daddy told you?
Get your butt up
and don't cry.
Suck it up.
Right.
Yeah.
But a girl is just like, you alright? You okay? We're not asking our black men, are you alright? Are you okay? I'm not saying not showing
stuff from them.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not saying that you're not showing emotion. I'm just saying y'all not really okay when y'all say y'all okay, and it's okay to. I'm not saying just because you cry you're not weak. Just because you know you down, you. I mean, weak.
Jesus wept.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like. I gotta show strength all the time, and that's really a weakness because you're not that strong. Like nobody's ever that strong. Like everybody go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm not saying that y'all don't show emotion. I'm just saying y'all mask a lot of stuff, and then when you run into a woman that takes off that mask, you don't even know what to do. It's just like I don't want to talk about all that. I don't want to feel all of that. I deal with my stuff how I deal with stuff. Just because you suppressing it don't mean it's going away. And I feel like that's what a lot of men do. It's just when I fall, I get up, I don't cry, even though I'm really hurt. So like I want to cry, I want to yell, I want to scream, like, but I can't do that because I need to be strong all the time. That's not realistic. That's not real life, like ever.
Do you think that's a stereotype that black men have?
Most definitely. Carry your family on your back. That's like a black man's life. I'm doing this for my family. Like, I cannot let them down. I'm the breadwinner. I got to be the breadwinner. My wife, she just need to take care of the kids. Like,
I'm most definitely I feel like it should be 50-50.
What, back in the day?
I feel now. Oh, you talking about back in the day?
Now,
oh, well, now?
Yeah, that's why I said things are evolving now.
Yeah.
But as a whole, it's still definitely that stigma that the man needs to be the breadwinner and he needs to set up life for him to bring a family. It's not, a 50-50 thing. Like, I definitely believe in 50-50. Even with, like, bills and stuff like that. I don't mind paying for stuff. Like, what am I bringing to the table?
I still want that food on that table, though.
Yeah. What?
I still want that food on that table. When I come home from work, I still want that. Go ahead.
But that's another thing, too. That's fine if you can do that. If you can do the same things that you want me to bring to the table, that's
But I've seen it. I've literally seen it happen, though. Like, me growing up, my grandma, my grandparents, they were 50-50 down the middle.
That's rare.
But she always had food on the table. Food on the table. No matter what, it's food on the table. 7 days out the week, we eating good. Ain't nobody starving that day. If then we having squash, you better eat it. You sit there. You're not moving. I used to sit there.
I mean, you eat
throw
what's
up all on the
you,
plate.
especially
but
you said your grandma.
Yeah, most definitely. But
if that cereal gets soggy, you still finna sit there.
Oh yeah,
you most definitely.
Yeah,
you eating that? We ain't wasting no food.
Yeah.
No,
but but then
that 50-50 was not that common back in the day.
Yeah. So who do you feel like should get the plate first? The child or the man?
Get the what first?
The husband, head of the household, or
get the plate
kid?
first?
The kids. Who should eat first?
Your children eat first.
Ain't it?
But in some households back in the day, it was the man ate first.
Your children eat first.
I don't know. It's a judgment. It's a call.
You can drive to the store and go buy what you want to buy. Your children can't do that.
But at the same time, he's been out working, doing a lot.
Okay, and you're
okay.
But for the family,
everybody's going to eat.
That's really a controversial topic, really, honestly.
Well, some people still believe in that your husband comes before everybody else in your family. No, my children come first. Now, and it depends. It's not going to be like that for every situation. But when it comes to cooking, yeah, you've been working all day, but I probably have been working all day too. And nobody is sitting here like, oh, let me cook. Let me get the kids together. Nobody's going to be doing all of that. And you want us to come in here and talk about you working all day.
See, and that's the thing. Like, if both of y'all working, y'all got crazy hours.
So that's why it's so different now, because back in the day, your wife was sitting at home all day, dusting that little wood furniture, whatever they had back in the day.
Yep.
A little plastic couch, whatever.
Yeah,
Now,
you going back.
all the way back.
You
My granny
going-
still had
you
a house
going
until
1980s,
about
1800s.
5 years ago, and we still could not sit on our furniture,
You
period. And that was
saying-
5 years ago, so I already know. But now, the wife and the husband is working, and most of the time nowadays, the wife is the breadwinner of the household.
I feel it. I mean, I wouldn't. I honestly like that. That's also
Do
another
you feel
concept.
like the...
That's a controversial topic too, because like some people might look at it like, well, the wife breadwinner, like why she got to be the breadwinner?
It
Why
depends on
can't
your occupation.
like
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I honestly don't care if my wife make more money than me, because at the same time we still going down 50-50, but I want you to have your separate account. I want to have my separate
Okay, I was
account.
about
You
to
do
say,
what
do
you
you
do what you
Yeah.
do. You do what you do with your
You
money, and I do what I do with my
joint
money.
account.
But we also got a account where we put money in, and that's for all of us, for the kids, for the house, for whatever we need.
Yeah, I definitely think you should have multiple accounts
Mhm.
because you're not gonna ask me why I bought a 1,000-bag purse.
I know that's
Oh,
for
nah,
real.
you
Though.
took it
Never
too far
question.
Who
Never
finna
question
spend
the shop.
$1,000 for a purse?
Me, because I
Me.
work hard and I can do that. I'm not just gonna be spending
I'm
money we
looking my
don't
wife crazy.
have. Now I'm not gonna spend on rent money, of course. No, we finna be out in the streets. My kids gonna be asking me where we about to eat at. Like,
Nah, they finna be like, when y'all gonna fix dinner? Cause I'm not finna be out there buying fast food.
So no, it definitely depends on what your husband's occupation is, what your occupation is. Sometimes the wife is just gonna be the breadwinner. That doesn't, but that goes back to knowing yourself, being confident in yourself.
Mhm.
Cause money really don't have nothing. Your wife could be the
It's
breadwinner
the root
and
of all
not know
evil.
how to save, not know how to dividend her money or anything, and you still always will have more money than her, even though you make less, just because she don't know how to spend her money or save her money wisely. So it just depends on
So I got a question. So who is your, going to your poetry section of this? Who would you say just a poet that inspired you or anything?
A poet that inspired me. I have not really. I will say, I'll take that back. Her name is Jasmine. I have to look it up. Her and Jill Scott.
Jill Scott?
Mhm.
Okay. Why?
Because like you said, I'm aggressive. I feel like she puts her all in when she speaks.
Yeah.
Like you gonna feel, she gonna make you feel her basically,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I like. Yeah, the sweet stuff, the little short stuff, that's cool, but I want to, reflect on, dang.
You didn't like Maya?
Who?
Maya Angelou.
I have not really looked at a lot of her stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really like slow stuff, and she be talking a little slow for me, a little bit too slow. So I don't know, like.
So you like?
Of course, I
speed,
mean,
fast?
Phenomenal Woman and all that. Of course, I know like her key
Mhm.
stuff, but and those things are great because I do go off of more of words than just
Yeah.
the person.
Yeah.
But I have not read a lot of her stuff. Like I said, I didn't start writing poetry because I was reading stuff. It's just how I feel.
So, like, where do you see yourself in 5 years, like, with your poetry? Do you still want to do it, like, outside of your career on the sideline?
That's a big no.
I've always wanted to do a poetry slam. Like
Explain.
See,
open mic like
Explain.
sing and
Mhm.
all of that. And I feel like Jacksonville has tried to do that and has had failed attempts because
People don't come out and show
no
sport.
but it's no soul. People
Mhm.
just doing it because my friend asked me to do it, and they get up there and they just do it because their friend asked them to do it, not really because
So
They
or,
they
enjoy it.
have-
or some people could be
Mhm.
like me, like they just was not sharing their stuff. Like who? No.
basically, how your parents tell you, if you gonna do it, do it right.
That's right.
Yeah.
No other
If
way
you gonna
around
do
it.
it, do it right.
Everybody didn't have the same parents growing up. We see
That's
this
also
around
right.
campus every day. We see the foolery around campus every day, honey. Everybody wasn't trained the same.
But you've heard that throughout the years now. I'm pretty sure most people heard that. Matter of fact, I just heard that today in my 230 class. He said, if you gonna clean up or do whatever you do it right. If you gonna go into your job, you're not gonna have, but you gonna do it right. So if you gonna do something, do it right, or you gonna have to do it over.
Or somebody else.
Or somebody else
for
gonna
you.
do it, and they gonna continue doing it right
Yeah.
because they want that job more than you want it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, it's a simple fact. If you gonna do something, do it to your fullest potential.
I feel like a poetry slam would definitely be dope though, and it's
It
not
most definitely will.
just a poetry slam like singing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you mentioned it because before I joined in with Troy Dale, I had wrote my own proposal on open mic night.
Okay.
And then like I wrote it up. Next day I see his flyer. I'm like,
But I'm saying like with a live band,
Mhm.
not no. Let's go to Dixon and just
nah,
hope for the best. You know what I'm
you want-
saying?
had it
want a
all
whole-
written out.
You want a whole whatchamacallit, like you want to rent out
A venue.
and everything.
And it don't even have to be a venue. It could literally be in the TMB. Like, they
I see what
really-
you're talking about. Like
TMB
you can have
auditorium.
a
Just
small.
something that's
vibe.
organized and set up for it to do good. Like most of the
Yeah.
time, those open mic nights be like off the whim. Like
Since you
who-
said that,
who want to get up here and do something, and don't nobody want to do nothing. Like, and
Yeah.
y'all know that. So it's
It's
just
just like a.
yeah.
since you
Bring up
said
to
that, you
bed.
know. So you thinking of more like you going back. You might have like a little wine here, wine there. You might eat some little finger food or something. You sit back. Somebody might get up on stage. You know, do that
Yeah.
little poetry. Yeah, like you going to like a little bar with jazz band. You go
Yeah.
there, you throw your little poetry
Mhm.
out.
Yeah, most definitely.
I see that, but it's Jacksonville.
But it's people here.
Why you say
Yeah.
it like that?
But I feel
No,
like
baby,
if,
it is Jacksonville.
I
He said something there, but it is people here that can do that.
I honestly think if you're gonna do something like that, you most definitely should go ahead and have people on the roster.
Exactly.
Go ahead and
Yeah.
have people on the roster and just call them up,
Exactly.
you know, then to do
What's
it.
the people that used to play the guitar and all of them? I don't. What is it called? Facts.
Thanks.
Facts.
I
yeah.
never seen Facts since I've been here.
You know,
Explain what facts is.
I think it was just like I don't know what it is for real, but I know that they have some singers, they have some people that
But
play
it just got
instruments,
together
Yeah.
and I mean they can sing, they can play instruments, but I don't ever see them in the open mic night and stuff.
Got you.
Maybe they didn't graduate, and maybe they just left.
Ooh.
Who knows?
you know, me and
Never
my
know.
co-host, we might put something together. And,
Most definitely,
do something
y'all
like
got the
that.
Put something
personality
together.
for it. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna bring the people.
Bring it
out.
outside the walls.
you know how 106 apart they went around. You know, they did a little thing. You had the host and the co-host.
I
Like,
like
that might be
that.
us, you
Yeah.
know? We had to have our own little show. Yeah.
Well, you might be Bow Wow. I don't know.
Nah, I'm more like, you know, I'm more like a Common or some boy like LL Cool J, you know.
Who?
LL Cool J, you know, I look good. You feel me?
Okay.
But anyways, has there ever been a moment in your life where you start to focus on your talent to do other things?
Respiratory is my life right now. Look right there.
How do you like it?
I love it because I'm interested in it.
Mhm.
When you're interested in something, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, your
Yeah.
major, your measure. But it's definitely challenging.
You like challenges?
I do. When I'm interested in the challenge.
When I'm interested. Yes.
Now, if you told me, okay, let's do this 5K, no. And I'm going to be challenged because I'm not finna run. I'm asthmatic. For one. Y'all can have a breathing treatment. Wait.
On you.
So, but no, I definitely like the program. It's definitely challenging, but it's gonna come with its perks, of course.
Mhm.
Just like anything in life, working hard towards it is gonna come with its perks in the end. So, I mean, I don't know. It's hard. Me and Kayla, we be about to cry every day, but it's worth it because when you go see your patients, just like we was at the hospital today, we had clinicals.
Mhm.
And we saw the kids. We're in peds and neo, and I mean, it's just like rewarding when you get to do stuff like hands-on stuff like that.
Yes.
Sitting in the classroom,
Mm.
I could do without. But when I go to the hospital, that's the part that I like, hands-on stuff.
Same.
Definitely. So, this is the last question before we leave. If there's anything you can leave for young people that's listening or just like people giving advice to anybody, what exactly would that be?
Advice. Y'all want Auntie K to give y'all advice? Ooh, that's a tough thing. My
Auntie
life. Y'all know
She
who
done brung
Auntie
it
K
out.
is. Y'all know who Auntie K is. Don't even do that. But my life quote is expect nothing, appreciate everything. Like sometimes we get so caught up on success or being successful
Yeah.
that we don't really enjoy like where we are in life. I feel like I've kind of forgotten that while I've been in this program because it's just like, okay, I passed this test, but we got another test in 2 weeks and I need to start studying. But it's just like, celebrate your victory sometimes. It's especially in college because nobody is rooting you on when you're away from home. Nobody's, yeah, you're gonna have the family members. How's school doing? All right. They ain't asking you if you're okay.
Yeah.
They gonna tell you keep them grades up, make us proud. So it's just like celebrate your victories sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You gonna need it in the long run, for real, for real.
I like that. Do you have any life quotes?
Well, my saying is, that's what I tell my kids. Like, if I babysit somebody, like my kids back home at church.
You got kids?
Oh no, no, my kids back in my church. They're like my babies.
Oh, okay.
I tell them every day. I say, tell yourself, go to the mirror in your bathroom, on your phone, on your camera. Say, I am smart and intelligent. I am respectful. I am the best. Because one day, if you realize that you are the best, and you keep saying that over and over again, you're going to become even greater.
Mm-hmm. Think like a winner, be a winner.
Mm-hmm. I even tell my roommate, I always tell her when she leave, go be great. Every time, even though she going to band practice and it be hot out there, I say go be great.
Oh, she's in the band. More powers to her.
Yeah.
Mine's is doing the things you're most afraid of doing in order to be. Do the things you're most afraid of doing in order to be successful in life.
Okay.
That's mine.
Yeah, I like that one.
Are you doing that?
Huh?
Are you
most definitely? Like this right here, what I was doing. I know I'm talking, but this was like a big fear because I feel like dang. Ain't nobody doing it. Like, what are people looking at you?
Yeah.
Like,
what if
I don't know how
nobody want
to
to volunteer?
Yeah.
But you know what? You thought it was gonna be successful, and it was. It's very successful.
Very.
I tuned in. I was tweeting about the first episode. I was like, okay, girl, I love her voice. You know, my bro TD was gonna hold it down. Period. I already.
You already know. You feel me?
And then they have my cousin Essence over here. So y'all did good. I really liked that. I really felt like it was a dope idea. Like nothing. Like I said, we don't have stuff like this. We don't have stuff like this. So definitely think it's dope.
So guys, this is the end of the podcast, episode 3. Y'all, make sure y'all go follow us on Instagram at JSU_Hidden Talents and also subscribe on YouTube at Hidden Talents.
Yes, and also make sure you tune in every Monday evening, 5 to 7. And a huge thank you to our 2 guests, Jacoby and Kayla. We appreciate y'all so much.
Most definitely, we applaud y'all. Most definitely. So this is the end of the podcast. This is your boy Chordell Odom
And Tierra Thatch.
and we will see y'all next Monday at 5 to 7. Thank you.